How clouded are you? How clouded are you? Please, guys, you have to tell me. Now, I don't want to start like this because I don't want to give that type of energy, because that energy is needed at another time, maybe later in this video. As you can tell from the video, I'm gonna just go right into it. I was born 1994, Chicago, Illinois, to both my mother and father. Now, me and my parents, I love them to death. They raised me. And whatever mistakes they may have made in their life and may have made with me or my sister, I can say that they gave us a humanity. I think that was the best gift my parents could have given us. Long story short, just because this is very emotional, and I don't want to come off. I don't want to be in my feelings just as quick. I know, but I grew up with them. They gave me that humanity, and the reason why I say I'm thankful for that humanity, because they showed me what human beings are. They showed me not only what an African American is, but they showed me how a man, a woman, a human being, someone that makes mistakes. They showed me who that person can be. So they're the reason why I am the way I am. Whatever faults that I feel they had, that doesn't compare to actually being there. Now in this culture that we live in, with us as African Americans and men and women, I know it is so hard. It is so hard. I know we have to deal with white people. We have to deal with Hispanic people of some descent. Yeah, of most descent. We have to deal with Asian people. We have to deal with everyone that isn't this. Wait, now listen to me. Now listen. That doesn't give us any right, no right, to act the same. You see your child hitting on your other child, you're going to stop them, because you're like, hey, you can't do harm to someone you love like that. You can't do harm to another being. That is you, whether you are religious or not. You care about your body. You care about your being as a self. Now, unless you just don't give a fuck, or you're Satanist, you masochist, all that other stuff, that's different. But unless you're suicidal, whatever. But for most of us, we can, 99% of us are going to agree that we are going to want to, preserve ourselves, preserve our lives. Preserve our lives. It's just so hard. But it's hard when I see black men and black women beat on each other. Specifically black men. Because let me tell you this. As a black man, I may not know the experience of a black woman, but I can definitely tell you that as a human being, I can understand that feeling. As an and I can guess as a woman, you can also, you know, understand as a human being pain, because yeah. But this is why this is so hard, because this is a rant, and I'm just ranting, and I couldn't write this down. I couldn't write this down, because the last couple of days, you know, cheers. We've gone through, us as people, we've gone through stuff like that. Let me get back to that. I'm gonna do some stuff, y'all. I'm gonna do some stuff. Just rock with me. So, like as I was saying, let me get back to the story. So, me growing up in Chicago, you know, me and my parents, you know, we butted heads. You know, they disagreed. I disagreed. You know, they did stuff, I did stuff. You know, but you know, that's not, those stuff I'm not going to discuss, because, you know, that's something personal between us, and I don't want to put, you know, their business out there and stuff, because this isn't what this video is about. It's bigger. It's something way bigger. Like, my parents will feel this. They will understand this. Hopefully, if they see this, but they're going to realize that this isn't trying to go against them. Not at all. Because they gave me something. They taught me how to be a man. They taught me how to treat people, how to treat myself. That, hey, do unto others as they do unto others as you will want done unto you. All right. And I took that as, hey, if you don't want to get fucked with, don't fuck with someone else. That was just it. So, you know, as Black people, I understand we have gone through pains and traumas, and, you know, hurt people. It's so sad. And I'm so proud of us. I'm so proud of every single one of us that's out there, whether you on the streets or you behind the desk, or you, like, you know, online doing whatever you're doing to contribute to this cause, to these lives that are endangered in this world, to making this world a better place. Thank you. You guys are doing a great thing, but I feel like we need to come back to. So my parents, they were pretty cool. You know, my dad, he grew up on the west side. My mom grew up on the south side. You know, my mom, because my grandma and my grandpa were the real deal. They made sure my family, my mom and her siblings had access to as much as possible, living back in, you know, like, I don't know, like 60s, 70s, I don't know. Yeah, no, 80s? Yeah, 80s, 70s, 80s. However, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, my mom and my aunt my mom and my dad, and then they're gonna be like, what the hell? But, they grew up in a time, I'm pretty sure, where they had to, you know, deal with shit, you know, being like being an African American family. You know, you have all these siblings. You know, us as us as African Americans, we go through trauma as far as, you know, abuse, where it's abuse on each other and it's abuse on ourselves. And abuse on each other and ourselves, whether that's by drugs, whether that's by, you know, sex, whether that's, or should I say rape? Yeah, rape. You know, a whole bunch of stuff. It's so many. I don't even want to, but let me actually do. There's so many things. I almost cried. This is what I'm trying to get to, is that Black men, I am pissed off at ourselves. I am, because in a time where we all need to be together, where we all need to be one with each other, where we all need to be like standing with each other, we are not doing that. We are not doing that, you all. And I don't know what this is. Actually, I do. Let me tell you. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like we are so emotionally scarred, not emotionally scarred, we're physically and emotionally scarred on a genetic level. And because of society and because of, you know, the way our parents grew up and the way, even, and I'm talking to everyone, I'm talking about for any age range right now, any age range of African Americans, I'm telling you right now, you have hurting you, whether you know it or not, is a tiny bit, and that tiny bit has a big impact, and that big impact is us not being like this. And this world reflects it, you guys. This world reflects that. The fact that every other place, every other race on this planet, and I'm not saying they all together. I am not saying that, because as we can see, my white brothers and sisters, they are doing what a human being would do, and that is stand up for human rights, for Black rights, Black lives. And yeah, y'all thought I was gonna say that, but the fact that we can't stand together, and I'm gonna get to before I get to, you know, both sides, I need to talk to men right now. So guys, the fact that us at this time, for us to as men to be at this time, to be going against our Black women, our allies, our sisters, our twins, our blood, like, this is not the time, you guys. I've seen videos of guys hitting women. And I've seen a video of men throwing a woman in the trash, a Black woman, whole group of these guys. And I'm not even gonna say I don't even know where they from. I think maybe like, shit, is it Florida? I don't know. I don't know. It could have been New York, could have been Florida. It's someplace. It's someplace, but y'all can look it up. But I saw them throwing her in the trash, laughing at her. And then I just heard the story about some other dude from Harlem who just bashed a woman in her face with a skateboard. And you wanna know why? Because she said she had a boyfriend. I'm trying to keep calm. I don't want this to be some crazy rant, because really I want to go off. Really I want to yell so fucking hard. And I want to just reach out and strangle all of you niggas. I want to call you Negroes. That's what you are. Those of you Black men who are just cool with just beating on women and just, you know, destroying each other, destroying the community, just like, I know what is wrong with us. I know what is wrong. We are so toxic, you guys. And I know y'all sick of toxic. Y'all sick of hearing culture. Y'all sick of hearing cancel, Me Too's, all this stuff. This is real, you guys, because we are at war. It may not seem like that, and I'm not on some like extremist shit, but we are at war with the police, with the government, with each other. And I don't know how, and as human beings, we can make these movies of where all these people colonize together and they can like grow and, you know, go places and, you know, do things, and they'll be able to, you know, go and see. They like build, strive, like they create culture, they defend each other, they keep each other safe, they protect their men and their women and their children. The fact that I have to say and their children tells you what type of shit I'm on. Because for me to see at this troubling time where we could literally make some real change. I'm not talking about Obama change. I'm not talking about all the other old dudes and whatever that's like trying to, whoever's agenda. Because I don't care if only one person sees this. I don't care if two people see this. I don't care if a toddler sees this. I want you whoever to get, I hope that affects you. I hope this affects you, because God, I don't know how long I can deal with this. Like, I can't even cry anymore. I can't, because I want us to do better. I want us to be better. I want us to strive. I want us to at least have a chance to live and live the way we want to. That's what I want to. I want to be able to draw. I want to be able to do art. I want to be able to create things. I want to be able to be with my loved ones. I want to be happy. I've gone through depression. I wanted to kill myself, and that scared me. That fully scared me, because at the moment when I gave no fucks, that's how I know. That's how I know when they say, like, hey, if you push someone to the edge, you don't know what they're gonna do. When you corner a cat, their claws are gonna come out. Well, I cornered myself, and my depression attacked. It took a hold of me, and it was about to push me into the street. It almost pushed me into the street. And I am so glad that at the time where I was like, hey, I need to take care of myself. I need to get help, that I went and got it. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I was able to do it, because as a Black man, I realized that all the things that I went through growing up, all the things that I've gone through, all the people that I've met, all the experience that I've had, it has affected me. It has affected me on the molecular level, where I am literally acting like people that I never meet. And I know that's crazy. I know that's a weird saying. I know, like, I see my life intertwining a lot, and I see some similarities, especially when it comes to Black men. Like, when I saw the R. Kelly documentary, and there was a part in there where I believe one of the girls was talking about how he was making, they were talking about how he was making girls pee in buckets and do this and that, and they were stuck in rooms and that stuff, and they were combined and they couldn't go anywhere. And then it reminded me of my bitch ass uncle. Well, one of them. I mean, a couple. Some of them are not like, I love some of them, and some of them I can't be around for reasons. But one of them, if I ever see you, just let you know, little Ricky, he really hate this. He really gonna hate this shit. I found out a lot of things. I found out a lot of trauma and stuff that's going on. And when I saw that R. Kelly thing, it just made me realize that all this stuff connects. That the same things that I was going through, or that me and my family or loved ones were experiencing as Black people, that it was happening in every other household. And then when I sit and I think about, oh, what is that doing in the community? Because why can't we come together and like embrace each other? Why can't we bond? Why can't, when I put this up, that I don't feel awkward, that I feel like, why can't I want to put this in the air to what, even doing it now, it's like, it's weird. But it's not at the same time, because I know that this is who I am. I wake up like this. I wake up looking at this, and I don't hate this. I love it, because every day I learn something new about this body, about this color, about this DNA, this lineage, and I can't wait to learn far more. And as Black people, I feel like we need to get into touch with that. We need to connect on that level, because God, we are far from it. We are far from it. This is one thing that I wanted to touch on, because my girlfriend, she made a very good point, and I couldn't, as much as I wanted my answer to be right, it just ain't. But The only thing I can say is that I really think that my answer might end up happening, and that's sad. So it's not just us as black people, as man and woman. There are trans. For all you people that didn't know, you can wake up and not feel comfortable in your body. Just the way you don't feel comfortable when you cut your body, when your body is sick, when your mind is sick, when your mind is telling you to do this, do that, or you don't feel right with yourself. That's not to say it's any illness, but we know our bodies. You grow up knowing when you're sick. You grow up knowing when something's wrong with you. Even if you won't admit it, you know it. And us as human beings, we want to live as ourselves. We want to live free being. Isn't that what America is? This American dream of freedom. So as black people, we need to realize that there isn't just a man and a woman. There is a human being. And that human being can be whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. And as us, we need to not only connect with that side of our culture, all those sides of our culture. I'm talking the LGBTQ plus and whatever else is afterwards. Like, I'm not even going to try and botch it. But we need to come together and realize that we are all together, because this doesn't get turned on. This doesn't turn on or turn off. This doesn't turn off. So I don't care if I was wearing this hoodie, wearing a hat, wearing a dress, wearing a kilt, wearing boots, whatever. This is always going to be it. And I was getting into the discussion with her because I was trying to tell her, like, I don't think we are going to get to that point yet as African Americans. I don't think that we are at a point where we can understand each other like that. And I felt so crappy saying that. I felt so inhumane that I couldn't say that, hey, we can all have a conversation. We can all talk. We can all come to an agreement. We can all fight for each other. But the fact of the matter is, not all of us are. And that's very sad. She expressed to me that we all do. Everyone needs to be a part of this conversation. Trans lives matter. Black lives matter. People of color matter. We all come from the same place, whether you want to agree or not. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, we are on this planet. We aren't going anywhere. This is us. The way we like to depict aliens as they're just, they're on a whole another planet, so they're all going to attack us. They're all going to try and invade Earth. Why wouldn't they think the same? I think aliens will come here and see, I can kind of run through this. Avatar was like really, it was whitewashed, but that's kind of how it is. That's kind of how Columbus was. They saw all the tribes. You know, it's the same story. They have all the tribes. They're all separated. You know, they all closed out. They only keep to themselves. They don't come together as a planet. And look, a tree gets cut down, and it's a big motherfucking tree. It's a big tree. And you know what our tree is? Our tree is slavery. The tree that we were hanged on. All our ancestors, that pain is in that DNA. it's in there. And the fact that we need to come together, and I couldn't tell her. I just couldn't tell her. I couldn't say that I was right, because I felt like, hey, there is a time where this stuff is going to handle. First, it's going to be us as black people, and it's going to be cis. It's going to be cisgendered. This is just how this world is. I'm sorry how this world is, but like, if it was in my control, I'd have all of these matters on the table. I want to know, how are you going to protect our men, women, children? Because no matter what gender it is, our children matter. Children are important. Children are innocent in all this. You have to be raised and grown, and we absorb. Even now, me being 26, I am still absorbing knowledge, and that affects me. So I'm gonna be different when I'm 40. You damn straight I will, and I can't change it. But just so I can get back on the topic. It's sad that I couldn't agree with that. I couldn't tell her that, oh, you're right, this is definitely going to happen. This is definitely what needs to be happening, because it's not. And I need us to change. I want us to change. Black men, we can't. We have to be better leaders. We have to. Because in this society where us as men are looked at as not only animals, but the caregivers, the leaders, the ones who are going to protect and shield those in our culture, because that's what we've been raised on. That's what we've been born on. And that's a lot. I know. It's like the fact that I might die from getting shot or from protecting my own is scary. But I know I wouldn't. I know I would do it in the end every time. But for us, we need to. The fact that we can't hold each other down is just so asinine. And I want us to be better. I want us to learn as a culture. I want us to grow, connect. I did a whole video breaking down like a whole how we can be able to build each other up, ourselves and each other as a community through mind, body, and spirit. I don't know if y'all I know y'all have heard this so many times, but look at it, read it, digest it, and then tell me, like, watch the video and you tell me what you think, because I'm not going into all that. As far as a Black agenda, it's right there. It's right there. This is just a rant, and I just want to be able to get what's off of my chest. But yeah.